Hi guys, welcome. It's that time of the month that we make a video on how to update your system video. So I'm gonna choose an old ISO of November and see what needs to be done if you update your system, how to stay rolling. That's the topic of the video as usual. So BIOS or UEFI, my VirtualBox thinks this is BIOS, so that's cool. A VirtualBox is just what it is, a VirtualBox. Don't run operating systems on VirtualBox unless to learn, right? Give it all the power, CPU, RAM, give it everything to whatever operating you choose. So the goal is to stay rolling. Once you install, you just update and update and update. But yes, things change, packages change, and so on. So in the stay rolling video, we're just going to be a user, right? And just install everything and then update. So my advice always, if you're totally new, then you should start with a beginner installation. This is quite complex and gives you pop-up, lots of questions will pop up, and then you will select the wrong thing. Basically, this Eric Dubois. This is what I select, right? The beginner. Next. Later you can install anything you like. Choose whatever you can want, but this is what Eric Dubois chooses. I have enough memory and that's why. I don't need a swap partition. And off it goes. Now we wait and then we will start with the update video. Right, time to reboot. So restart. And of course boot existing OS, otherwise we're back in the live environment. Just a few lines down. Then everything starts. So this is the old wallpaper. Okay, cool, no problem. And then we can analyze what ISO do we build it with. We have the ArcoLinux XL, extra large. Extra large means get to know Linux, what's available on Linux just for free. What are the browsers, what are the internet applications, what are graphical applications and technical things, etc. Right? Get to know the free applications that Linux offers. Then you update, right? Updating is nothing more than an alias, but let's make this an educational update again, so that you know you can always analyze what happens to your system. And that's with a keep one alias, and backup scal is basically the alias, which is gonna copy paste everything from the etc scal in here. So this is what we did only in etc scal, right? All the rest of the computer systems may be updated later on, but this is just looking at that particular folder, etc scal. So this is a moment in time, way back in November. Now I update everything. Update is another alias, which is sudo pacman -s and so on. You find these names if you type the word alias. That's important. If you're new, then take a look at what we give as aliases. Quite a few, and many distros give you 0. So check it out. Let's let's freeze and focus our attention to this question. Things like this happen. What is it? Is somebody creates a package and gives it a name. And later on they say, actually the name is not correct anymore, not properly chosen, we should change the name too. And that's the only thing that happens. Replace Quantum Qt5 with just Quantum. So the capital Y here means if you enter, it's going to be as anyway. So this is just what it is, a name change. and I can make name changes. If I say that package, better rename it, that's exactly the same thing you'll get. So it will happen in the future, for sure. So don't ask questions about it, just say yes, because it is a name change, nothing more. It can be possible, right, that they also change little things in there, obviously, but it is nothing more than the name. All right, yes, same applies here. KDG, desktop portal GTK, and it's gonna change with extra. Okay, that looks like already something more complex, but yes, you say yes, enter. Don't think it too hard, or don't stop the updates there. Just say yes, and remember that switch to that. That's important. Remember, yeah, that change happened. And then of course it is Arch for a reason, right? So if you have issues with internet and bandwidth and all that, this is quite normal. 1.5 gigabyte. Boom. Coming in. So servers matter. Maybe we should talk about that as well. So where is everything coming from? 1.5. Where is it coming from? There is the alias that we have and mirror list. And now we analyze, or we see, that was not my password, I think. Oh, it was. There we see it's coming for me, living in Belgium. I haven't changed anything, basically. This is the standard, the default list. These are the 4 guys that rule the world, so to speak, right? Osbeck is for us in Belgium super fast. Often it comes out as the first of a list of, I don't know, 200, 300. Let's have a look. Let's scroll down. Around 600 servers, right? So there are packages coming from ArcoLinux, and there are packages coming from ArcoLinux. So these guys are all Arch. And well, then we get new stuff, but let me finish my story first. So if you're not happy with this thing, the mirror list is no, why is it getting my data from, I don't know, somewhere very far from you, which means it's gonna take a long time to come from the other part of the world. What we do is, again, alias. See what you have here, and the mirror is the name you need to remember. There's mirror, mirror S, mirror D, mirror A, mirror. And there are also new stuff, and the new stuff is RAM, rate mirrors. It's a long line that just says RAM, rate mirrors, rate ArcoLinux mirrors, RAM. All options, all choices, and you choose. And then we get this. ArcoLinux is protective, is security minded, and says we're gonna sign the packages with keys. And from time to time, Frederick Schwann, from time to time, your pacman, package manager, will say that key is not used, or it's obsolete, or I don't know what key it is. Anyway, you get this thing, var cache pacman, etc. is corrupted, invalid, or corrupted packages PGP signature, so the signing. Do you want to delete it? Yes. Then we got here the PCSC Lite thing from Frederick Schwann. Of course, the same guy, same key, so 2 packages can't install, and everything stops, everything halts. Fun, right? All you need to know is you need to get the keys. ArcoLinux keyring is the thing you need to remember. So first, get that in. If you see this, the reflex, get the keys, the signing keys. And now Frederick Schwann is in there. You have to do it all over again an update, and yes, and yes, and enter. Now these 2 guys are in. They're coming in. These 2 guys that were from Frederick Schwann have been downloaded. He's now checking, well, the keyring is already passed. He's checking the integrity, and off it goes, right? Installing all the stuff. So it is always anything, right? Whatever operating system you have, it's always about knowledge, patience, looking for the right words, searching forums, websites, asking on Discord, Telegram, and then you're off and you have a free operating system. So while that's doing its thing, we want you to stay rolling, right? Updating, 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 never reinstalling, never ever clean install. Well, never ever. There is no never ever, because we're learning. We make mistakes and they say, oh my God, I start from scratch. And that's good, because that's how you learn to set up applications again in the configuration. How was it again? Repetitive. With repetition, we learn and we burn it in our brain. In the .bin is a lot of fun. A lot of fun, really is. The bonsai tree. Let me try the bonsai tree just for fun. So check it out. Each time the tree grows differently. You have to admire these developers. So lots of fun in here. You test them all out. But there is also a stay rolling, and there is also a main. So both of them are the more serious things. Fixes for the key, getting a Linux LTS, how to share files with somebody else, and making the swap file bigger, the one you can select in Calamares. But here is what I need. Stay rolling. If I want to go to 2021, you see 2021, I'm missing an update. And that's normal, because we are updating now. We want to have something in here to go to 2022, the ISO from January 2022. Now, what we do, everything is up to date. You see to the left, everything was updated. Check out sometimes the text the users give you, the developers give you. And in this case, this is mine, right? Scal, okay. Things have been written into etc scal. What you can do, remember we started with backup scal. After the update, you type backup scal again. I got the same thing. Now this I don't need anymore. These two guys, before update, after update, right mouse click, melt. Don't want to see what's same, want to see what's different. There it is. 2022 in the stay rolling in the bin. It is actually there in my etc scal, but I don't have it yet. Change something in the whisker menu. Let's have a look. Icon size, the names have been changed. So new naming conventions in XFCE. Not really my thing, but we need to follow, right? XFCE for desktop, more names, monitor HDMI. Was changed as well. Flameshot GUI. Yep, we've got a Control Super print screen. If you got Flameshot installed, it will just make this possible. Well, I can't. Can't show you. But it will launch Flameshot and you just make a nice drag and you have your image. X resources. For people who have issues with Xorg, we can make the dots per inch bigger or smaller, change the number, just edit it, just so you see it immediately. I wanted to give myself some, give me AZERTY, right? So this can be yours if you have something else, another keyboard. You only change the letters behind here and the letters behind here and put it in your bash rc -personal, arcolinux.com. Use the search at the top right, bash rc personal. All your own aliases go in the bash rc personal. So if you have your own idea, your own keyboard, sometimes it was, so yeah, you get tired with all the same, well, things to click and to set and all that. So just a quick, go get me, give me my AZERTY BE because there's also Azerty FRE and so on. So I thought just call it Azerty BE Belgium. So these tips and tricks, new things here, to Lie, to GDM, to LXDM. So go to the different display managers. That's new. I'm actually now saying what's new. But stay rolling is also having a look at what changed. What did we change? We went to another application, YouTube DL, now YouTube DLP. So a switch there. For people on VMware, we just have an alias, start VMware, and bam, you've got your 1920 and 1080 pixels. That's my screen, right? Otherwise you have this small thing, 800 on 600 maybe, right? So enable it, start VMware, boom, it's there. Editing things. So basically my message is read. What's the difference? And since we left WM, we have small aliases in here as well to quickly change and install and apply themes. Right. Last thing, same thing of course. Also in ZSH, all these things work. So that's what changed. That's what we, if you want to keep rolling and really follow us, that's the idea. Follow the ISO so that you have the same experience as somebody who does a clean install. That's the idea. Then you still need to do something. You need to decide whether you take our changes or not. So here are the changes, very visually. Backup scal before, backup scal after. This is exact. I visually, those lines changed. Added, removed, deleted. Okay. To be fast and efficient, we did, prior to our alias, we went to scal. And of course you can do it file by file and folder by folder, but Control A, Control C, and then we overwrite everything, Control V. That's what we've been doing for years. But then we thought, tired, right? Doing always the same thing. And we have invented the scal alias. It overrides all your settings. It does exactly the same what I've done. Control A, Control C, Control V. But it also makes a copy. So whatever you had is now in here. That's the date of today and the hour of now, right? So again, if you say, oh my God, all my work is gone, compare, have a look, and set the things back that you want to set. So don't want same. So if you say, I wanted to have something else, change it back. It's just a click and you set it back. All right. So that's scal. Know your scal. ArcoLinux.com. There's an article about scal. Many videos talk about scal. I guess it's something specific on ArcoLinux. All right. Control T. There is also something called up all. So after an update, anything that's still left, anything that's still that you installed on your system via Yay or Paru or Trizen, these are AOR helpers. You found something on the AOR, Arch User Repository. Those will be updated then later as well. Now it says packages not in the AOR, which means you can just clean it up. Minus remove. We'll do that manually. It's up to you to remove these things. Because there may be packages that need it, but if you want to keep it for some reason. So it really is up to you to say remove Python 2 pyxdg, and there is possibility to do an S. So anything that's related to it. So Python 2 will be removed as well now. And without the S, it will be just a thing. If some other package requires the Python 2, right, then it will not be included. So there's no danger if you do an S and you say, oh my God, I'll remove Python 2 problems, issues. Normally not, because Pacman says if some other package requires Python 2, it stays on. but it seems it's only this one that needs it, so both of them are gone. And last check again, up all. Now what we've done also in this release, that's something we do not put in a script. Let me do that first before I forget. File system etc make init cpio.conf, make init cpio.conf. Now we are there. Double click it. Open with Sublime Text, please, because of the fact that we want to save something. We want to change something, we want to save something. Perl. Everything nice in colors. And what we have done on the ISO is getting rid of this line with a hashtag, and that's it. Put a hashtag, and what you will be using is ZST. So actually this will be used, and then we save. The difference is timing. If we do a sudo make init cpo -p, and of course compression, but it's super fast if we now do this line. And sometimes there are updates and these things come along. Which brings me to the next step, next idea. So you do this manually if you want it or not. Entirely up to you. This brings me to the next thing, and that's the pin, and that's the stay rolling. Oh, 2022 is there now, and moving from 11 to January. Okay, stay rolling. What's in here? 3 packages. Okay, why is this related to this? AIC, UPD is this one, I think. Yep, and WD Western Digital is this one. So we've been getting these messages for years, and I just found a few weeks back communication in ArcoLinux that I will never ever get rid of those warnings, because I say it's not important, it's a warning. So voila, it will not be changed. So if you don't want to see this anymore, then you need to install this. So if you're good with this, it's okay, fine, don't mind the warning. I know what it is just void, it's just not important. It will never ever be changed, and it will be there unless you install this. So we are going to install it because we've done it on the ISO as well. Stay rolling 2021 and okay. Stay rolling. And we say Eric is going to update. And here you see the things, right? Already here you see they're gone. The warnings are gone. Let's do that again here in some color. The only one that sticks around is the console font, but that's something else that we've managed in the ISO, but that's not on the only on the ISO and not on your system. Voila. That's all that it takes to stay rolling. I'm thinking about something else, but no. So I went to look on my own system, and let's make the video complete. And console font looked up and written down what we chose weeks ago. So if you don't want to see this as well, you open up the computer file system. No, it will not go into a script. Edit it if you want it. In the vconsole.conf, there is only, in my case, the key map BE Latin 1. What we need to add here is font, and if you want to follow us, then it's GR737C-814. But I'm wondering, let me check again. All right, made no typos. So GR737C-814, save. That's just a font of the maybe 50 fonts that I've looked at and tested out and said, okay, this is for me the best font. So again, a choice, personal thing. And if we open it up again, voila, now he knows what console font you want to use. So no error anymore. So now you're fully 100% fully following what we've done on the ISO of January. All right, enjoy ArcoLinux, guys. Have a nice, well, and healthy and fun and great new year. All right, cheers.